Welcome to myGSPN Live. You're here with your host, Robert Brown.
Jose Rodriguez.
And we've got a very exciting show. We like to start, a new type of show for you on this Wednesday called Pro Wednesday. But before that, I'd like to hear a little bit from our sponsor, Garden Grocer. As always, if you're in the Disney area on vacation with your kids, with your family, for work, and you want, snacks, drinks, food, anything delivered to your hotel room when you get there, save time, save money, save energy. Go to www.gardengrocer.com and place your order. Everything will be there on delivery for you. Again, today will be Pro Wednesday, but as always, high school sports, amateur sports are what we're building our company on. And, we'll start with track and field. States are starting May 4th and 5th. They'll be at North Florida University up in Jacksonville. Right now, we just want to talk about like Central Florida track people who have
more
had
local area.
Great years and the highest set marks for the highest either sprint, jump, throw, but whatever the highest mark is for the Central Florida area. We just want to talk about that real quick. So Ken Graham with the 100 meters. This is the Usain Bolt event. We've had, world record holders and, U.S. track for this event. He ran a 10.79, which is, I'm not doing that. That's exceptionally
really
fast. You've seen some people, world records are, something like 9.98. So,
and this kid's only a sophomore.
Yeah, so he's the second off of that. But, just to put it in perspective, what the world record looks like and what he looks like, that's extremely fast.
He's pretty close.
Yeah.
As a sophomore, he's about 16 years old. I mean, that's incredible, and props to him.
Yeah. From Edgewater High School. The 200 meter, which is obviously double of that 100 meter. It's another quick sprint. Tirado
Bocanegra,
thank you, did 22.07 seconds from Winter Park High School. He did this in the 4A Region 1 regional tournament. So, he didn't do it in some regular rinky-dink tournament. It was a huge event for him.
For all high schools.
Yeah, and he stepped up in his regional event to set this time, which is the highest time in the Central Florida area this year. The 400 meter, which is actually the only, sprinting event I did when I did my 2 years of track. And I was nowhere near this fast. He went around the entire track in 49.82 seconds. That is
stupid fast.
I mean, that he's flying. That is a full sprint around the track the entire time. He's got to be in great shape.
Yeah, and this again in the tournament of the FHSAA 4A region, and again, not a no-name tournament. It was a tournament that the best of the best from each school, each district were representing their own school.
And you have to either win district or come in second in district to even qualify for regionals. So,
exactly.
Everybody might go to districts for track, but not everybody gets to regionals. And for them to get there, but not only get there, have their best time, their
or
best
individually
event.
And represent the school. That's a big, accolade for the school and for the student athlete itself.
Definitely. We go to the high jump, something, as a basketball player, I did track and, they would have me do the jumps.
It wasn't fair.
It wasn't. This year, the highest time, or the highest jump right now is 6'6" from Alfonso Powell that went to Olympia High School. That's about as high as I got in practice. That's my max in practice. My max in a meet was 6'4", so I wouldn't even lead this year. There's kids, you'll see probably 7-foot jumps in once we get to, to states. But right now for the region, for him to do this, and it was the 2019 Hawks on the Hill Invitational, so it wasn't regionals, but it's still a big event, and he had a very good jump.
Yeah, as a senior, I mean, that's good for him. He's putting up good numbers. Not as good as you, being a pro basketball player, but. Congrats to him as well and putting up the records for his own school.
We move to the long jump right now, and Russell Robinson from West Orange, he'll graduate in 2019, making him a junior. 24 feet in the long jump. Yeah,
that's hops.
Yeah,
he's a little rabbit.
Yeah, and we go to the triple jump, which Dylan Jean Baptiste, 47 feet. These kids, these are numbers that can compete. Now, the 6'6" on the high jump, as I said, it might not compete for, a state championship, but could get them a district or regional. These kids with the 24 feet on the long jump, 47 feet on the triple jump, at least my time in high school, those are lengths that can get you a state championship. Yes, and definitely a college scholarship. And again, we want to promote these kids as much as we can, and give them as much love as we can on our show to help them get those scholarships if at all possible. We dropped down to pole voting. Austin Thompson had 15.6 feet from Timber Creek. That's an event I'm scared to do a little bit. I don't know about getting up there and flipping over there on the pole. But
yeah, it's kind of scary if you think about it. A lot of things could go wrong. Maybe the stick could break on halfway there, and you have a fall of over 10 feet.
So not only is he getting up there almost 16 feet, but he's got a lot of heart to do that.
That is, yeah.
We go to the discus and the shot put. Our last two events covered. Simon Sutherland from West Orange threw 141 feet in the discus, and his partner Elijah Jackson, also from West Orange, threw 53 feet with the shot put.
This is crazy.
Yeah, seeing how heavy that little ball is and that discus.
Just imagine you going to the gym and grabbing, a random weight and launching it 50 feet. That's like, unfathomable. People don't really think about that stuff, and let's just go outside and throw some weights. So a lot of props to these kids out here, doing these Olympic sports, and it's pretty awesome.
Now that was our high school. We like to transition really fast into why we call it Pro Wednesday, our first segment of Champions League.
There you go. The best team in the world played yesterday.
They did, and they proved why they're the best team. The first team to ever reach 3 consecutive Champions League championship games.
They beat Bayern Munich. It was a tied game. For a lot of people that don't follow soccer, you will say, "Oh, but they tied 2-2. How come they still won?"
Yes.
Well, it was an aggregate on goals, and Real Madrid was ahead 5 goals over 4 goals from Bayern Munich. But not only that, the top player, not the top player, obviously that was Ronaldo, but the top player for that night for Real Madrid was Karim Benzema. He scored 2 goals, the only 2 goals that Real Madrid put up for the night.
And they needed both of them.
Yeah, it was enough to seal the win for Real Madrid against Bayern Munich, which is also such dominant team for the Bundesliga. Now, not only that, but think about it. Real Madrid, as you said,
they beat everybody.
They beat PSG,
the French champions.
Exactly. They beat Juventus,
Italian champions,
and they beat Bayern Munich last night,
German champions.
Which are the German
Bayern has won that German championship.
Yeah, about 7 times, 8 times, exactly.
A couple times in a row, and they're just dominant in that league. And for Madrid to be dominant in this Champions League the way that they are, talking to you yesterday, we kind of saying how Madrid, they're so great in Champions League, but the fans, the front office, the players, they're not having the success they want in La Liga, their domestic league in Spain. And their biggest rival is
Barcelona.
They're winning it every year. So, for all the great that they're doing in the Champions League, they still want to get that.
And this could go on forever, honestly, Robert.
Definitely.
This could go on forever. I think it'll be a little biased since I'm a Real Madrid fan myself.
True.
But think about it. Where's Barcelona every year on the UEFA Champions League?
Elite 8 getting knocked out, semifinals, quarterfinals.
Not only that, okay, I take it, Real Madrid has not won La Liga in a pretty long time, but so what?
Yeah.
We defeat the best teams in Europe. It's okay if we have bad luck with our division, but that's how I see it. If you're good throughout Europe, you're still the best, even if you don't win.
The fans, especially in Spain, with it being so important, they care about the domestic league maybe more than they. I know when I played. When I was in Cyprus, they cared more about our domestic league and our domestic cup than my club when we played in the European competition. They could care less about that. It was beat our rivals during those games. That's when the fans came out for us, at least.
I guess. Yeah. It's different for every league, but you also got to give credit where it's due.
One more game in Champions League for this Final Four. Madrid is in the championship, and they will face off against either Liverpool or Roma, who will play tonight. Liverpool's up right now, 5-2 on aggregates. I personally don't see Roma coming back, and they've had a pretty good run, a very unexpected run in my opinion.
Yeah, they defeated Barcelona as well.
Yeah, they weren't. I wasn't expecting Roma to get to this point. I don't think they were a better team than Juventus, so I didn't think, especially out of any clubs from that League One over in Italy. I did not expect Roma to be here.
Exactly. I mean, the top players. What I meant to say, the top teams from each country in each division. For example, like the PSGs or the Juventus. What's the other one? The one for the Italian. Oh, Bayern Munich, of course. Now with those, everybody expects those teams to just go out and defeat and dominate every team, and that's why Real Madrid comes in, and we're still number one because we like to upset those fans and show them why we're still ranked as where we're ranked.
Well, we'll get the second leg of the Liverpool versus Roma game. That will happen today. I believe it's at 4:30 or 2:45 Eastern time. So the game starts a little earlier than usual, but if you can catch that, go ahead and catch that, and we'll be preparing for the Champions League championship leg coming up next week.
And another player to watch for Liverpool as well, you got to think about Mohamed Salah. This is a guy that, was a little bit underrated.
Might be the third or fourth best player in the world right now.
Might be, honestly.
Absolutely fantastic.
He's playing incredible. He had 2 goals his last game, so, that's why the aggregate is so high right now between these two teams. And if Liverpool wants to seal the deal, he has to go out and perform and do the same thing he did his last previous games.
Definitely. Well, we thank you for tuning in. Any student athlete that would like to be featured on this show, have their highlights playing, send us in videos at myGSPN.com. Again, thank you for Garden Grocer for sponsoring the show. If you're in the Walt Disney area, going on vacation, staying at your resort, we will deliver all your groceries. You can save time, money, energy, spend more time with your kids. We'll deliver everything to your resort at the time of your arrival. Just go to www.gardengrocer.com and place any type of order you'd like. Again, thank you for tuning in. All student athletes, we encourage you to sign up at www.myGSPN.com, create a student athlete profile page, and follow us on all our social media so we can get interacting with you.
Of course.
Today we will actually have another show coming on later, so please tune in for that, and hopefully we'll see you back not only for that show, but for the shows tomorrow. Thank you, and see you later.
Thanks for tuning in.